Okay, so I'm going to be having a go at Riser Flight Iron Man career, which means if I get shot down, I'm going to be finishing the career. As my plane, I decided to go for the Sopwell Camel here. As you can see, probably the best British fighter of the war. Well, got the most kills anyway. I'm going to be using the game's career mode. Ignore Sergeant Pierce here, who did not last very well. We'll start early into the Camel's career. And more important, image. I want someone with a bit of stiff upper lip. I like the guy's American. He looks like he means business. There we go. So, having just joined the Squadron, 208 Squadron, and you can get some history, current pilots. Nobody's got any stats yet because they've only just started. As you can see, I consider fairly junior. The game also records a good number of stats. I mean, here you can compare myself, the Squadron, compared to everyone else, and they currently have 10 planes. Okay, so it's going to be nice clear weather, that's always nice. And we've got some mail. This is the missions for today. So I'm going out on an offensive patrol at about 6:20 in the afternoon. Looks like a quiet day for the Squadron, but we can always see what the Germans will throw up. So these missions will actually be randomly generated, and it will do some stats running on the ones you're not part of. And as I say, we've been scrambled. Yep, Germans have been spotted over an important area. So I'm going up with, 5 other members of my Squadron. And let's see how this goes. So here's the briefing patrol screen. We've got to fly out into no man's land and intercept an enemy two-seater observer. I'm not a big fan of two-seaters. They tend to shoot me down because they've got someone in the back who's a bit more awake than the pilot. Right, here's for challenge number 1. Contact. Let's see if I can take off without crashing into either of my Squadron mates. So off down there, off down there. What I'm also going to do is use the game's in-flight recorder to take some external shots, so I don't have to worry about messing around with the external camera when I'm doing this. I'm just going up to speed. This is going to be really embarrassing. I'm probably going to crash on takeoff. This is going to be the world's shortest LP. Alright, throttling up. So there's none of the fancy flaps or anything else like in a World War II plane. This is pretty much a bunch of canvas and wood stuck together with but I have managed to take her off. I've got about 20 hours or so in this game, so I'm not a total noob, but I'm nowhere near an expert at it. I've tried to do this at a level where I'm going to be at least comparable to the 4 sods who got sent into this war. Pop my guns and move into some sort of formation. So the Camel is considered a fairly good plane. It's got one of the Camels owns the record for the most kills by any RAF plane ever, which I think is about 68. And in true British style, we then demolished her after the war because we don't like keeping anything to do with our history. It's just pointless. I've got twin fitted machine guns on the front. I think each one carries about 500 bullets, and they will jam constantly. Luckily I can clear that in a few seconds. As I said earlier, about 5,500 of these machines were made during the war. And I'm probably going to use about 300 of those for this LP. That's if I don't die on the first time I crash. So, just maintain formation here. Normally formation flying is where I really come apart, but it seems to be okay at the moment. This isn't like the Second World War where they deploy an entire squadron at once. I mean, this is a large deployment. This is the time bases. I mean, they used to send up planes in ones and twos to spot or shoot down enemies. I mean, technically this is a scout squadron. The idea was to shoot down these observer planes that we've got hanging around who are calling in the artillery priorities on the front line. Yeah. Right in the flag down again. Talking the front line, to not lose too much height. As you can see, we're pretty much over it now. Gaining height because height is always good in a dogfight. Can't really see. Main problem with a biplane as you've got these wings in the way. They do not help. Fortunately, it's someone else's engine. So the hope is that this two-seater is pretty much on its own. Got any of its own fighters around this could turn into an nasty mission traffic vehicle there. The problem with this is trying to decide the distance, what's an enemy plane and what is a exploding anti-aircraft shell. We're over the German lines a bit more now, so they're starting to shoot at us. Nice hopper. I'm going a bit slower than the rest of my squadron. They're all showing off. Oh, I think he's spotted someone, or at least they are. I can't see it now. Keep my mapping down the corner, which is high. As you can see, I've got a few cheating interfaces on because I can't. I'm using and having to use the hat to look around, so I don't want to have to keep clamping down on my gauges. So I'm using that and the apparently we've shot him down already. That's good. Never even got to speak. Now everyone's turning, let's follow the I could easily just go home and call this my first successful patrol. Or I could try and crash into the back of one of the trailers. But yeah, there's a few other planes and you can see in the air. Let's see if we can find a bit more trouble. I am not really keen. I'm assuming everyone else in the squadron knows a bit more what's going on than me. So if I stay on that tail. Oh, the balloon, we're going to attack the observation balloon. So, observation balloons are fairly important. There were most of the spotting went to the artillery, which means they tended to both sides tended to invest a lot of time trying to shoot the other side down. We've lost it. There's a dogfight going in there. No. Figure out which side is which. This is more likely to get me killed than anything else. But I'll get a little closer right now. I think that's a German there. No, that's one of ours. He's chasing the German. Actually, the cowl is she's very good at turning. So once I do get a German on my sights, or multiple Germans. I'm a new boy now, I really shouldn't do this. Death or glory. Someone's already playing this guy. Yeah, I take one of my guns. So every time one of my guns jams, I have to recock it to clear the damage, the block shell. But I'm a bit quick at turning this guy, so hopefully I can stay on his tail. He's also loaded down with bombs, which is not going to help him anyway. I think I just got too close to an explosion there. Yeah, I don't actually any of my planes around doing this, or I might actually be confronted by the entire German Air Force. Oh no, there are some of my guys around. Yeah, I'm going to go to this speed and a bit of height, and come around for another one. Someone going down, that's an air. That balloon's going down, so whoever was shooting at that is already done. Still very close to the ground. That looks German to me. So you're trying to aim for the cockpit area or engine. Better than I am doing there. Edge of it, plane. I'm getting on sides. Sopwith's engine has this thing where it's if you go too fast and it's up too high, it starts to complain. I do not want to burn my engine out over no man's land. So my last carrier got captured. See, he's not having much luck getting me off his tail for long. There might not be much chance shooting him that look shooting me down. I'm altogether too low. My actual recorder on this time. You might get a few 3D shots from that. See shells landing on the front line. Not a healthy place to be under dogfight. Slowly getting to high. German. Everyone seems to vanish. So, do I keep looking or do I return back? I'm going to call this quits for this next one. I've shot at something, probably haven't hit anything. This caused a bit of havoc. No one's following me, that's a good sign. Right, turn around and look at the base. Got a mission complete, so even if I'm shot getting down, it's still not a bad time for the first one out. I might actually skip back to one out there. Done. Okay, home sweet home is ahead. It's time to do the bit that's going to get me killed every time. The problem with this type of thing is you get lots of practice taking off, you get lots of practice flying around, but if you get shot down a lot, you don't get a level number of practice at landing. So, I tend to come in far too fast. I'm just going to slowly inch it down now. Get a rudder, burn off a bit of speed. Slow the engine right down. See, runaways would be helpful, but apparently no one had thought to invest in them at this point. What can I say? Engine down to idling. Follow up a bit. Basically, you're trying to stall it just as you land. Never easy. 1, 2. Ooh, bounce. Bounce. I think I was shredding my propeller. Well, it's landed. Propeller's easy to replace as well. So, yay, I survived my first flight. And apparently I claimed a kill. Which is quite annoying because I didn't have my recording camera going. But, yeah, some of those attacks claimed me my first kill on my first mission. Although I have actually crashed my plane apparently. Oh well. I've been awarded the military cross for shooting down an enemy aircraft. And apparently I'm being scrambled again. Am I seriously being scrambled again? No, I'm not being scrambled, that's fine. They're sending out the other half of the squadron this time. I get a few hours rest, and then I'll be flying out on an offensive patrol with 3 other squadron members. So, you can look at all these patrols in details, so if I go to report screen quickly. So this is an alert patrol where Jason shot down Philip Dietrich. Who did I shoot down? Klaus von Weizsäcker in an Albatross D3. So, that's fairly useful. Quick look at the personal room. So, I started my career on the 17th of July 1917, and I was awarded the Military Cross on the same day. They shot down in one plane at higher enemy rank, Klaus von Weizsäcker. I've got no idea how you're supposed to pronounce that, but yeah, Weizsäcker. When you look at the global statistics, that now puts me at 6,900. Not bad for the first mission. The squadron's so far taken no casualties as far as I know. Oh. No, we've taken no casualties. I'm the 3rd best pilot in the squadron. My score is 2. My squadron is now the 823rd best version of all this. So, for the first mission, I am happy. So, next time, I see if I can just not crash again.